Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and once again it's time for another full body workout. But if you guys will please click like down below, we greatly appreciate it. If you will please drop a comment. All of my regulars who watch these, please comment. Let's get over to the training. Obviously there's my last little warm-up set, just 315. So I'm doing just right now a top set on the squats. I figure 3 top sets of squats a week, 3 sets of deadlifts, and then the sled sprinting. That's plenty of leg work. I feel like even when I'm taking pics of the legs, they're pretty dang full. Happy with that. Squatting was a hair weaker than last time. I got 4 reps with 405 on Wednesday. I also had a really good deadlift. So I feel like the squat and the deadlift are a hair weaker today versus Wednesday, but the bench went up. So we're in a good place there. So again, I got 3 reps with this. It just felt kind of heavy. So I'm like, we'll call it there. But again, it's just fatigue from the week. Had a good run yesterday. It's been a fairly stressful week. So again, I'll take it. But we got a decent triple there. And I feel like I can push that up. The 4 felt good last time. The deadlift felt good. But then today we got really solid benching. So sure, we only got 3 reps there, but I'll keep pushing up those top sets. Again, feel like recovery is all on point. So the benching though, we got 4 reps. All right, so all of that, I'm kind of like, the squat wasn't great, but the benching I got the first rep and I'm like, I got 4 reps. I can get 4 reps today on this. All right, so we got stuck in, got tight, and I feel like for me, I think it's just going to push the bench and then tricep work. Tricep and back, tricep and back. So again, nice control. You see, look how fast that came up. That first rep, yep, I'm like, I got 4 reps. 3rd rep, paused it, came up. I'm like, I got a 4th rep. So it came down, nice, strong, little pause, drove it up, a little grindy, locked it, happy with it. But we did that all flat-footed, very, very modest arch. Real happy with it. So again, I feel like this doing lots of triceps, even the band press downs. I'm going to push extensions moving forward here. It's going to be the one thing I isolate. Like I've been doing some biceps. I don't think I need to worry about it. I think I just need to push my triceps. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't doing curls when my arms were at their biggest. That people all thought they were on here. I was doing pull-ups and rows with lots of pressing. So I think for me though, I want to make sure the triceps stay strong. I feel like I can kind of go into a phase where it's like, let's push our 4 big lifts and just lots and lots of triceps. Because I still can't overhead press, So I can, but I can't lock out. So I want to focus on the shoulder health. So I'm avoiding pull-ups. I'm avoiding overhead pressing, doing my band pull-aparts. I just want to let all that area heal until that range of motion is restored. You guys know what's going on. We've been talking about it for months. Deadlifts, because I got 500 for 5 last time I went up 5 pounds. 3 reps felt hard. Like I got 3, I probably could have got a 4th, but it's kind of like, let's not push the bleeding edge on the recovery. We just did really good on the bench. Also went up on the back off work, so I got 5. It's coming along. The benching is doing really well on this high frequency, fairly low volume. I feel like the deadlifting and stuff is too, right? Squat technically was. Today was a hair down, but not really because I've just been doing singles with that. But I feel like it won't be long before I'll be able to crank out 5 reps a bit deeper on that. Rows, I didn't go as strict. I'm like, let's just do 275 and just, if we need to use a little bit of English, let's just do it. I don't care. They're still fairly strict, all things considered. I got 3 sets of 6, right? But again, it's good grip training, good for the back, good for the deadlift carryover, right? Because my deadlift's been going up and I went really strict a couple workouts and I felt a fatigue today. So I don't know, maybe these slight bit of body English on the heavier rows off the floor are going to be fine for that. So again, and I used to do them this way. This is very similar to what I did even when my deadlift's always been at its strongest. But I get good carryover, and I feel like I need that upper back. It's going to carry over to my big 3. And again, letting everything heal from that overhead position, and eventually I feel like I'll be able to overhead press again. Right? I'll be able to overhead press again. So these felt good though. I've progressed on the rows. They're coming along. So these are going to be my 4 lifts: squat, bench, deadlift, rows. And then after that, I think it's just going to be the sleds. Let's push arms, like push triceps, triceps, triceps. And I'm going to take the movements that I know have worked for me to some extent. And I'm surprised, like my tricep strength is still on point. Like I came over, I'm like, let's do these laying extensions, right? And I was able to get 10s. They were really hard. You guys can see at the end, especially the second set, my form is breaking down. I'm having to cheat a little bit on the last couple of reps. But these were really hard sets, but we were able to do it, right? So I do feel like at this point, if I'm going to do lots of pause benching like I'm doing it, I might take it back up to some weeks doing the 3 sets. As long as my triceps are strong enough to lock it, I'm going to be in a good place. And the reason for that, we're worried about shoulder health. Strong triceps help protect your shoulders on the bench, okay? So I want to make bench one of the most important lifts again. But again, triceps are also going to help my physique as I continue to recomp and get a bit leaner. Triceps are going to help tremendously, right? They're going to help. And so I'm at a point where I'm like, the biceps have never done well to other stuff. A lot of it could be genetics. I did never have great biceps before. Number 2, that old bicep injury. I may just be limited, and that's okay. I'm not going to worry about the curls. Let's go back to what I was saying of maybe the bicep is a factor in the shoulder. So do I really need to be doing any curls at all? I don't know that I do. Let's just do rows. Triceps are not going to negatively affect it though. So let's just double down on triceps. Size is the biggest muscle in the arm anyways, big triceps, big arms. So again, it's going to be the one thing I do isolate. I did do some band curls though after, right? I did come over and do a set of band curls, right, with just the bands, hammer curls with the bands, just to get some blood flow, just to make sure that tendon, a little bit of work, because it is just rowing, right? Just a little bit. And I did a set to failure, so we're getting some blood flow, some tendon work. So it's still not a bad idea. And it's a hammer curl, so again, we're not dealing with that supine position. And I'm going to continue to see if we can get that overhead range of motion returned. But I'm doing all my band pull aparts, I'm doing all that stuff, and I want to continue to make sure that area heals. So even when I look at that, I don't know that even those strict curls with a supine grip are the way to go. Let's just stick with some banded stuff or hammers. Let's just do lots of rows, but then I'm just going to double down on triceps, right? And if my triceps continue to get stronger, it allows my bench to go up too. Pecs, shoulders, everything grow anyways. So I also did 2 sets of high rep band press downs to failure because I really felt that whole lower part of the drum, like, man, it lit up. I want to make sure my tendons stay healthy. I've spent a lot of time building tendons. These were actually pivotal even in building my big close grip before, when I close grip 365, but keeping in mind, guys, I was like 30 pounds heavier than I am now. So again, I lived on the press down, so I do feel like I want to keep them in. They're great for the tendons. They'll help keep the tendons healthy if I want to push those extensions hard. And we will, so we're going to focus on performance, focus on running, just continue to recomposition my body. I'll eventually start trimming down on the scale further again to get down under 200. Right now, I just want to focus on recovery, performance, staying, at the same weight and see if we can recomp a little bit more, right? A lot of people said I was going to leaner. I think when I'm sitting down, they're seeing the arm veins when I do those streams where I'm now sitting down. People are like, oh man, the veins are everywhere. So afterwards, I did a round of sled sprints, right? We did a round of sled sprints here just to finish up the day. So again, it's good for my GPP, good for my legs. This will help me continue to grow the quads and the legs to help with the squatting. But yeah, the leg volume is relatively low volume, chest somewhat with the 2 sets of bench, and I might take it up to 3. I might take it up to 3 to match the rows. And then we'll double down on triceps. So we'll keep getting stronger at the rows, build the upper back, build the triceps, and then that will help the bench. And of course, we just do pause benching to actually build the bench and build the chest. And I feel like that's all I need right now. I'd love to be able to overhead press, incline, all that, but I want to let the shoulders heal. I want to make sure the shoulders are good. So again, I want to be able to overhead press again. And if I get the triceps strong enough and I get the range of motion returned, my benching will carry over to that overhead press. So I need to be patient with it and not do stuff that'll inflame it. And if I want bigger arms, let's just continue to do tricep work, right? I've been doing band press downs now. I added the extensions in. Benching itself will help obviously build them. But let's see if we can just push my triceps up a bit while we do all this and see if that improves all of it. And that will also help give me that foundation later to overhead press as I get the range of motion restored with all the tendon inflammation does go down enough. It's basically like a tendonitis up in there, and it doesn't hurt. I just literally don't have the range of motion. There's no pain. But pretty happy with today's workout, especially the benching and everything. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.